Hello, darlings. So today, I'm also going to base today's collective on a dream. Today's dream is going to be a little different. I will say it was very interesting. It's like I was sitting in this quiet place, watching a movie with people that I cared about. And as we were watching the movie, everything was dark because you know how you try to set up the place where you're watching a movie to be dark and quiet. And so that's the way we were set up. And I remember that I was turning to look at somebody. They were saying something silly about the movie. And here's the thing, I don't even remember details about who was sitting around me. I just know that these people were important to me. I cared about them. And then I turned around to look at one person because they were saying something silly, and I was responding to them about what they had said, and I was just like, stop being silly, whatever. Like we were joking around about the movie. And then all of a sudden, I see a dark shape like doing this towards them. And I was like, is that a snake? And I'm like, oh, I didn't want to scare them in case it was just my imagination because it was so dark, I couldn't really tell. So I was like, hey, could you do me a favor? Could you get up and go turn the light on real quick? And the person was like, right now? I'm like, yeah, there's just something I really need to see. And so they were just like, okay. But they got up and did it. And when they turned the light on, the snake was right where they were just sitting. And if I hadn't have told them to get up and go turn the light on, they would have gotten bit because it was a poisonous snake. And it kept happening. So I don't know. It was really weird because it's like I could see it. Every time it was happening, I saw the snake before it harmed anybody. But in the dream, my heart was burning and I was like, now that I know what you're doing, I know how to find you. That's what I remember thinking that, and then I woke up. So that was interesting. So let's start. Let's keep that in mind. Let's see what that has to do with today's collective, because it felt like a collective dream. What I need to, let's see. Ngame, desire. Number 8. Ooh. Okay. Sara Lakali, divine lineage. Queen Ya Asentewa, level up. Ooh. Okay. Number 6. Number 39, which reduces down to a 9. And Queen Mother Nani, liberation. Okay. So let's start by looking at Queen Mother Nani first, number 37. Okay, so she is from the Maroons, Jamaica. Queen Mother Nani of the Maroons was a spiritual leader, military strategist, and revolutionary. This Ashanti healer was brought to Jamaica in chains and escaped to lead rebellions. Nani helped to free over 800 enslaved people. So her guidance is break free. Look at this. Oh, look at this, guys. Break free. Your dreams hold the power. I love it. Your dreams hold the power and keys to your liberation. You are freedom herself. Rise up. Embodiment. You deserve to feel free. What do you imagine for yourself? Daring to manifest your dreams is a part of personal liberation. Find your own personal liberation codes and your soul's unspoken desires. Life is too short to live within someone else's story. Divine blessings and magic are on your side. Enjoying your freedom fully is the best gift to your ancestors. Goddess declaration, my dreams empower me. Okay, I love it. I love it. Now let's look at number 8, Ngame, desire. Okay. Ngame is from the Ashanti Akan. Ngame is the triple moon goddess of the Ashanti. Every new day, this mother goddess rebirths the sun, shooting life into us with her moon bow. Her lunar rays illuminate souls. Her guidance, dream bigger. That's interesting. Two cards already talking about dreams. Dream bigger. Puny desires constrict you. Your desires create your life, so allow them to flow boldly. Embodiment. What do you really desire? Get specific. See it, smell it, feel it. Call it in now. What you desire desires you. Does your desire flow from love or fear? Manifestations that come from fear-based desires keep you safe and small. Desires that come from your soul expand your world. Goddess declaration, what I desire desires me. Interesting. Sara Lakali, divine lineage, number 6. Let's see. She is a Romani Egyptian goddess. Okay. Great ancestress Sara Lakali, meaning Sarah the Black, was an Egyptian prophetess and the patron saint of the Romani people. Oral history says that Sante Sara had the highest divine lineage. Her guidance says, your ancestors protect the Holy Grail. The Holy Grail is you. Divine ones walk beside and within you. Trust. Embodiment. Your ancestors want to remind you that you are not alone. They are rooting for you. They ask you to honor your spirit guides and call upon the power of the divine. Create or nourish your ancestral altar or shrine. Unbury your ancestors. Speak their names. Your divine lineage ancestors may be blood related or culturally or spiritually connected. Goddess declaration, I am my sister and my sister is me. Okay. Number 39, Queen Ya Asantewa, level up. So this queen is from the Ashanti, Ghana. Queen Ya Asantewa was a mother, farmer, and the warrior queen who led the War of the Golden Stool. The Golden Stool, throne of the Ashanti Empire, holds the region's Kra, or life force energy. Her guidance, raise your standards. A leap forward for one is a leap forward for the tribe. Your choices can raise the frequency of your community and the planet. Embodiment, time to level up. This is your season for a quantum leap. You have prepared for this. Life does not have to be linear, and neither does growth. A quantum leap feels drastic and huge, but the secret is that quantum leaps happen little by little. So what inspired action helps you level up? Connecting to spirit with rituals, movement, meditation, and visualization is a great start. Goddess declaration, divine timing is on my side. Okay. Well, let's put this one here. Very interesting. So let's see, what does this have to do with the dream and today's collective? Two of Pentacles, Eight of Swords. This could be addressing somebody's priorities. Because Two of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords together, that's what it's making me think. Somebody here, Four of Swords. Prince of Pentacles. Whatever your priorities are right now, because snakes in the dream, it could be transformation, right? Growth, especially with the way the lineup is. This makes me feel that it very much has to do with growth. It has to do with shedding skin, leveling up, liberating ourselves, following our desires, and trusting the guidance from our guides and our ancestors. So this could be somebody's priorities need to be adjusted. What they desire desires them. But there's mental blockages that they have that tell them, oh, no, that's wrong. What you want to do is wrong. What you want to do is not, it wouldn't honor yourself or other people. With the Prince of Pentacles being the overall energy, I feel like you're being instructed to just start. Just start taking steps, because wasn't it This one of the ones we're talking about, quantum, I think it was this one. And it was saying that leveling up to, quantum leaping is little by little. You do it little by little. And with the Prince of Pentacles, I think that's what you're being told. Just start. Just start moving. Just start doing something. So you can reach milestones. Let's see. Clarify Two of Pentacles. Clarify the Two of Pentacles. Clarify the Two of Pentacles. The Ace of Swords, Ten of Swords, Two of Wands, the Moon, Page of Pentacles. This Ace of Swords always makes me think of King Arthur, the way it's stuck in the stone, having to do with worthiness. Like, there's knowledge that's available to you because the Ace of Swords is a divine gift. But the fact that it's stuck in the stone makes me think that you may be afraid that you're not worthy of this knowledge. And yet with the Ten of Swords, whatever battle you've been fighting, you've reached some sort of ending. But it's a mental fight. It's an internal fight. Almost like you have no more excuses. You've run out of arguments to self-sabotage. You've run out of energy even to self-sabotage. And the Two of Wands is like, start preparing. Start preparing. Your intuition is telling you this. And the Moon with Ngame, she was a lunar goddess, right? So you may have a lunar goddess or your own intuition telling you to prepare. With the Page of Pentacles, you may have been in a learning phase. You may have been in a phase of educating yourself on what you needed to educate yourself. And now the Prince of Pentacles said, okay, now that you've got the knowledge, start doing. Start moving. Because the Pentacles are the very material, earthly energies in tarot. The Page represents learning what you need to learn, like a student. Page of Pentacles is a student. The Prince of Pentacles, and we were talking about student energies, like the level that each of these represents. This would be like a high schooler. This would be like somebody who's a freshman in college. Whereas the Prince of Pentacles, the person graduating from college, graduating from university. Now they've got all the knowledge. Now they've got to go and start living. See what's at the bottom of the deck. Look, Eight of Wands. Oh, yeah. Once you start moving, things are going to progress really rapidly. Because I feel like whatever this is for you, it's new. So you could be in a whole other area of your life. You could already be an empress. You could already be an emperor. You could already be a queen or a king. But when it comes to this area of your life, this is an area where you felt very blocked. You really desire to do something about it, but like you didn't really know how. And recently you've been given the know-how. With the Ace of Swords, you've received the knowledge. So now it's like, okay, now go do. Doing heals the blockages. Clarify Eight of Swords. Clarify the Eight of Swords. Got the Ace of Cups, Judgment, Ten of Cups. Look, what did I say? Empress. In another area of your life, you're probably already an empress, but this area of your life makes you feel like something here is blocking you. And because earth energy keeps being very prevalent for me, I want you to look at where you have earth energy in your chart. What houses? Because whatever area of life you have earth in, that's where you have felt blockages. Those blockages are about to be lifted. Because with the ace of, that's twice. Twice we've gotten aces. Ace of Swords, you've gotten the knowledge. And the Ace of Cups, it's like the knowledge has led to like an emotional breakthrough. Because this is a massive Ace of Cups. So the knowledge that you received has opened your heart chakra. It's put you in this state of like you feel exalted. You feel ecstatic. Because you feel like you've had a breakthrough. So in the dream, the attack could have been coming from within. And now you know where it's coming from. And it's like something about this makes you very happy because you've been trapped in this part of your life for a really long time because you felt like, I don't know how to get past this. I don't know what I need to do. And with the Page of Pentacles, you've been handed the knowledge to end the cycle. You've been given, it's a gift. You've been given from your ancestors, from your guides. You've been given the information and it like burst open your heart. Not in a bad way, not like you're going to have a heart attack, but your heart chakra has opened in this area. And now you're on your way to becoming an empress here too. Clarify Four of Swords. The Hierophant. Clarify Four of Swords. The Hanged Man. Clarify Four of Swords. Three of Swords and the Magician. With the Page of Wands. So, you know what I think is interesting is that this image in the glass looks very similar to the image of the Sara la Kali. You may even have Romani ancestry, which are the other word for the Romani is the gypsies, right? But that was, I don't want to use that word too much because as far as I know, that was an insult that was used towards them. I don't mean it to be. That's the only word I knew for them until I knew that the proper word for them was Romani. So you could have ancestry of that type. You don't have to. But I do think your ancestors are the ones sending you this healing. With the Hierophant, this was not only a divine gift, because remember how I've pointed out to you guys that mistletoe used to be considered a gift of the gods. Because mistletoe only grows when lightning strikes oak trees. And back then they didn't have tools to be able to knock down an oak tree. So they had to wait for lightning to strike the oak tree. And then naturally birds would, either poop in the area and they had seeds in there, or they were eating and they dropped seeds. The point is, seeds would fall into the crack where lightning hit, and then mistletoe would grow. So they would see it like something you would only have after divinity intervened. So whatever clarity you've received, whatever heart-opening knowledge you've received, you are aware that it's a gift. You are aware that it's meant to change your world. Whatever pain you received, whatever pain you went through, you're being taught how to alchemize that, how to change that into power, how to liberate yourself and others. Because with Hierophant, you are now going to be an authority on this. Because whatever breakthrough you're having, you can guide others through this breakthrough as well. So Page of Wands, I feel like you're excited. You're excited, a little scared. And if this is not where you're at right now, it'll be soon. Like, this is going to be happening soon. Because I do feel like you've been in a state of stasis. And now you're going to take action. Okay. If I can pick up the cards. What else do we need to know? Queen of Wands. Now I'm hearing a song, Seven of Swords. I think it goes, Mr. Sandman, dream me a dream. Let me go look it up. Two of Cups. What the hell? Okay. Six of Pentacles. Hold on, let me go find the song real quick. Hold on. This is it. Okay, you get the point. I don't want to play the whole thing because YouTube will stop my video. But, well, it'll cut the sound if I do that. But that's the song. It's the Chordettes, Mr. Sandman. So I feel I'm going to interpret that multiple ways, because for some of you, maybe it is love, especially seeing the Two of Cups here. Maybe you do want love. And for others, what you want is companionship, like friends. Maybe you want tribe, spirit tribe. So with the Queen of Wands, I do feel like part of what you needed was confidence in a certain area of your life. Because Queen of Wands is very confident. She's very, like, she knows what she wants and she's going to go for it. So I think that you, whatever area, Earth, I don't know why Earth energy is standing out to me. Wherever you have Earth in your chart, you're going to be gaining a lot more confidence in that area of your life. And it's going to lead to either friendship or romantic connections or like community. Because with the Seven of Swords here, you were self-sabotaging. Even if you really wanted this, you would kind of destroy it because you felt like you weren't ready for it or like you weren't worthy of it. Clarify Queen of Wands. King of Swords. Didn't this person show up yesterday? The High Priestess. Two of Cups. Again, Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The Ten of Pentacles. This person showed up in yesterday's reading. So that means with the High Priestess here, if this is your reading, you already know who this is. You've selected this person. And what I mean by selected is it doesn't mean that you have to, maybe if you don't know, maybe you're one of the phones that doesn't know. But you selected this person in the sense that you have like requirements. Because, you know, in the song, she's saying, what did she say? Make him the cutest that I've ever seen. Give him 2 lips like roses and clover. Then tell him that his lonesome nights are over. And she says, Sandman, I'm so alone. Don't have nobody to call my own. Please turn on your magic beam. Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. And then it starts over. Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Make him the cutest that I've ever seen. Give him the word that I'm not a rover. Then tell him that his lonesome nights are over. Okay, basically, you have requirements. I don't know what those requirements are because this is collective, right? So it's going to be different for each of you. Like if you have children, I'm sure that you've included, you'd like this person to be a good mother or a good father. If you are somebody who runs a business, you might want this person to be very knowledgeable so that they can contribute to your business. If you're somebody who's, you know, whatever your needs are, you have certain requirements. And so that's how you've selected this person. It doesn't mean that you know exactly who it is. But you've laid your requirements on the door of your ancestors. And they're responding. But I do feel that it's like part of the response that you're getting is you're being shown your self-sabotage. Because in the dream, like my heart was burning and I was like, now that I know where these snakes are coming from, now I know who to find you. And it's like finding the wound. You know how to find the part of you that was self-sabotaging. And when you take action on that, then you align with the right person. The action that you take will help you quantum leap. Tell me about the Seven of Swords. Knight of Wands reversed. Seven of Swords again. Oof. Clarify Seven of Swords. Justice. With the Knight of Swords. Yeah, I think part of your self-sabotage was tied to people who weren't really, like you're showing up as Queen of Wands. So you might have drawn in people who had Knight of Wands energy, but they were the worst manifestation of the Knight of Wands. They were like hot, but they were one-night stand people who weren't serious about commitment, people who would play mind games. But it was like, it's like a frequency you were on. Seven of Swords, twice. You would invest in this energy. So, okay. Think about it like this. When I say invest, it's because justice is what you put into something is what you get out. So, if you were the type of person that always expected people to lie to you, that's what you would get. If you expected people who were only going to want, you know, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, then that's what you would get. You would focus on what you didn't want. And what you didn't realize is that that meant you were creating, like, the universe does not listen to what you're afraid of. It listens to what your energy is focused on, what your frequency is. So if you're full, I forgot which one of the oracle cards is talking about when you make decisions out of love versus fear, the results are very different. And that's exactly what's happening here, because you used to make decisions out of fear when it came to love. And that's the answer. That's what you got. It opened your heart because you realized that when you're in protection mode, you cannot move forward. So if you're afraid of love, you cannot move towards love. If you're afraid of commitment, you can't move towards commitment. If you're afraid of abundance, you can't move towards abundance. If you're afraid of whatever it is that you wanted, you were actually afraid of at the same time. Your desire was something you feared. And now you're realizing, oh, if I'm in protection mode, then that means I'm afraid of something. And I'm not saying you can't protect yourself, but there's a difference when you're making sound, clear decisions with boundaries, and you know you can protect yourself. That's a given. So you're not worried about protection because you're a natural at protection. So now you're focused on love, whether that's friendship, whether that's actual romantic relationships, whether that's family, whatever it means to you. But if you're focused on being hurt and you're afraid you can't protect yourself, so then you're hyper focused on protection, then you close yourself off. And then you're only focused on what people do wrong, when they lie, when they cheat, when they betray, when they devalue you. All these things that you were focusing on is what was creating, it was a self-sabotage, because it kept you in this loop. It was almost like you would rather stay with what you know. And you might not have realized that for a long time. That might have been the knowledge that came through. You were staying with what you knew. So if you had been cheated on a lot of times, you stayed in that frequency, number one, because you already expected it. And number two, you're like, I'm an expert at, like, they can't fool me. If they try to do this, I already know. I got their number, because you already figured it out. You can tell when someone's cheating because it's been done to you. And so it's not that you didn't deserve loyalty. It's that you didn't know how to accept loyalty. And now you're starting to realize that. And this realization has opened your heart. It's put you in this place of healing. It's also put you in this place of confidence, because, like, your understanding of, okay, I deserve love. I deserve loyalty. I deserve abundance. I deserve whatever this is to you. It's okay for me to have this. Now I understand my self-sabotage. And now you're bringing in something magical. But you had to search for those answers. Tell me about the Two of Cups. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm not trying to be a bitch, but we're past the 30-minute mark. I just realized that. It doesn't matter, because you know what? If up until now, this is what you were meant to hear, then that's what you were meant to hear. Hopefully this gave you some clarity, insight, confirmation, if that's what you were looking for. I look forward to feedback. And if you want to show that you appreciate my time and energy, if in the comments, whether you're on YouTube, whether you're on Facebook, especially, if you put in the comments the emojis that are in the title, if you have nothing else to say. Now, if you have something to say, obviously I love listening to feedback. But if you have nothing that you really want to contribute, if you at least put the emojis, that helps my algorithm. And if you're on Patreon, by the way, the links that I use for the Patreon videos are YouTube videos. So if you watch it on Patreon, that's fine. But if you click the actual link and it takes you to YouTube, if you could put in the comments, that would help me as well. I know like one or two of you do that, and I really appreciate you. But if the majority of you would do that as well, that would help. Once I make it public, it helps me, okay? All right, guys. If you're on Patreon, I will see you on the other side for part 2. Bye-bye.